I'm Tony Blod, the writer-director of ROVER.
I'm Brant Moeller, the producer of ROVER.
Well, some of the silliness, some of the quirk kind of comes from, did a lot of research into Heaven's Gate, and there's these what are called initiation tapes that they have of the different cult members talking, and a lot of the weird dialogue lines I just ripped kind of straight from these strange cult members. But you know, if you just put that stuff down on a page, it's important to sort of understand like why they might be saying these weird lines of dialogue. So I kind of try to put myself in their position of like, you know, I'm in a cult, I know the end is near, but like how does that affect how I live day to day, and what do I want to get done before, you know, the final exit. And I think that helps round out a character. If you give them a desire and you give them something that they like have to accomplish and something that they maybe regret, then it rounds it out and it's not just a caricature. My other producer kind of calls it reverse engineered, but we had a location first. Brant and I leased this abandoned church in Bushwick, Brooklyn, and for about 6 months we were throwing parties and concerts and art events, and I call it now raising money, but we were just at the time making money. But I knew I wanted to make a movie about the place, and first it was going to be a horror movie just because we were in this abandoned church and it was creepy and dark, and I realized that midway through, 30 pages into the script, that I don't really like horror movies. The kind of things I'm scared of don't really translate into, you know, ghosts and zombies and demons and whatnot. So I'd done all this cold research in my horror movie script and found this tape of Heaven's Gate talking about how they had pitched this movie called Beyond Human to all these Hollywood studios, and they even had concept art and posters, and I just thought it was like a completely fascinating story to see. I mean, first of all, I wish they had made it, and second of all, like if they did make it, what was that like making it? So that's really where the script came from.
To touch on what Tony said, I mean, it kind of all began way back when we first grabbed the church and first leased it. And then in terms of, I remember actually the moment when Tony said he wanted to make a film, we were in the back in the parsonage on the third floor in his bedroom, and he said it, and usually when Tony says he wants to do something, it happens. So at that point the writing began, and then, you know, I filled in a producer role, I guess a kind of catch-all in terms of, hey, we need food here, we need food for these guys, we need a different location for this, helped out in that fashion. And so it's kind of felt more natural than being, hey, you need to be here specifically on this day. It was more so, hey, I need help with this. And then my accounting background led me to line produce, I guess naturally. I don't look like an accountant, but I actually am. So then, you know, and progressed.